Hello, everybody, and welcome to our call today. Today, we are talking about achieving goals and improving your life. And it's a topic that I think is really important for everyone. So I see we have a few people here. Loli is here. Vlad is here. Asdrubal is here. Lalatiana is here. Andrea is here. Nirvana is here. Panisa is here. Great. All right. So today we're talking about achieving goals, improving your life. And first, there's something that a lot of people talk about is setting goals, goal setting. What does it mean to set a goal? Nirvana, what do you think this means if we set a goal?
Maybe planning the goals.
Planning?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Planning goals, setting goals, planning goals. Yeah. And when you set a goal, what do you do?
I check the painting of the goal. I check the I don't know.
How do you set the goal? What do you have to do? Do you have to tell another person? Do you have to what are the steps to set the goal? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe talk with my family.
Okay. Family goal.
Sorry?
If it's a family goal, then you need to talk to your family.
Not necessary, I think.
Okay.
But I think it's important. It's important they know what I'm planning for something.
Okay. So a lot of times we start by we create a goal, we have an idea of what we want, and then we need to write it down, right? I think writing it down is really important to make it real, because if we just keep it in our head, then a lot of times we forget, it doesn't happen, right? So some people like to use these 5 letters, SMART. They call them a SMART goal. And they say that a SMART goal needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, connected to time. I've just written this in the chat here on Zoom for everybody who's here with me. And this is called a SMART goal. It has these 5 things. So if something is, so let's start with S. S stands for specific. And specific means that you know exactly what it is that you want to achieve. You know exactly what you want. It's clear. It's specific, it's clear. So, sometimes people come to me and they say, I want to have better English. And I say, how much better? Or why? Or what do you need to do with English? Right? So just saying, like, I want my English to be better, it's not very specific. And so the chance that we will actually do it is lower if it's not specific. So instead, we try to make it very specific. We try to say, how many new words, or what action do you want to be able to do, right? Like, maybe I want to be able to travel and reserve a hotel, reserve a table at a restaurant. These are specific. They're more specific than just better English, right? Better according to who or in which situation. So we need to be more specific. The next one, M, measurable. How can we measure this goal? So again, if we just say we want better English, it doesn't give us numbers that we can measure. It doesn't give us, like, how do we know when it's finished? We don't. If you just say, I want better English, then you'll be learning English for forever, for the rest of your life. So a good goal is a goal where you know that it's finished, because you can measure and you can count, you can see that that you've done what you wanted. And then the next one, the letter A, achievable. So can you really do this? So if you told me, I want to learn 10,000 English words this week, then I will say that's unrealistic. It's not achievable. It's not something that's real that you can do in 1 week, right? So we need to make sure that the goals that we set are realistic, that we can really achieve them. Then the letter R, relevant. We need to make sure that the goal that we're achieving will help us get the things that we want, right? So if we say, I'm going to learn 1,000 new English words in the next 3 months, or in the next 6 months, then how will that help us do the thing that we want to do? Because probably you don't just want to learn words. You probably want to use that somewhere. So how does that help us get where we want to be? Maybe you need to increase your English vocabulary because you're getting a new job. Maybe you need to learn new words because you are moving to another country. So you need to make sure that the goal that you're trying to achieve really helps you get where you want to go, right? And then the last one is the letter T, time. We need to connect our goals to time. If our goal isn't connected to time, then it will go forever. And we will never do it, probably. So that's why it's important to say that it's going to happen in a certain amount of time, days, weeks, months. So this is one way that we can think about SMART. This is one way that we can think about goals, is using these 5 criteria, these 5 points with the word SMART, SMART. And again, that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. All of our goals should be connected to this. So let's go to Edson. Hi, Edson.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. So what is one of your goals right now?
One of my goals is to improve something in my career. Yes, one of my goal is also speaking better English, and I have heard teacher saying, explaining a smart word, and it make me think again about my goal. I appreciate the thing that teachers say, that we have to take notes about our goals, not stay only in your mind. You have to write your goals, and when you see when you see and where that you write your goal, you remember about your goal, and it make you thinking or do something to achieve uh, your goals. Yes, but when I mentioned it before, one of my goals is I have to jump in my career, and for do that, I have to improve my English level. I have to be in one level that I'm able to attend the classes about my sector, not English classes, other classes that are teacher in English. One of one goal that I have for this year is being a better person. How can I say this? That
Being a better person?
better person.
Personal goal.
Find the better version of myself. Yes, always looking for the better the better version of myself. It is it is one goal that I have. Yes.
Find the better version of yourself.
Yes, find the better version of myself.
Okay. And have you written this goal down?
Yes, I'm trying this year write these goals. I don't know if teacher can see. I have some
Oh, wow. You have a white
ticket
and
there.
some. Uh-huh.
Yeah, some ticket. I'm trying, but I'm also, how can I say, I'm trying to be more expressive, and sometimes I do not have uh, the step to achieve the goals. You want to be there, but how do you, what is the step that you have to follow to achieve in that point? Yes, and sometimes when I look for the goal that I write it before, I look that something is not consistent in my goals, and I have to rewrite my goals.
I
Something
think
about this the step to achieve this goal isn't consistent.
I think that that's okay. Like you have to rewrite them and rewrite them because things change and then you understand something different about these goals, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Thanks, Edson. And so yeah, okay, another way for us to think about it is let's think about these steps. So we talked first about making the goals very clear, very specific. I think that that's one of the most important things. In my experience, maybe you know this, but one thing I do is I teach English, but I also help teachers start businesses online. And so one of the things that we do is we set a goal for those people who are starting a business. And what I see is that when the goal is very specific, it's easier for you to do it. Like when you have a goal that's maybe one sentence or 3 or 4 words, if this is your goal, then it's not very likely that we're going to actually do it, that it's going to be realized. But when a person writes a goal that's 3 or 4 paragraphs or 2 or 3 pages, and they're very specific about this goal, then it's more realistic. For example, let's say that you want to buy a house. Let's say that you want to buy a house. Right now, you don't have enough money to buy the house, but you want to motivate yourself to get enough money to buy a house. You have a goal. You have a goal. I'm going to get this house. And so if you just say, I want to buy a house, well, it's going to take a very long time, or maybe it will not happen because it's not a specific goal. It's not a specific goal, right? So it's not really going to help us a lot. But if you write all the details about the thing that you want, then it's going to be easier to get it. Like if you say, I want to buy a house that has 3 bedrooms. Okay, this is more specific. Okay, the house needs to be 200 square meters or 500 square meters, or or 1,500 square feet, or how big is this place going to be, right? Okay, you can say I want to buy a house that you can go through all of the details, right? You can say what style the house is, what kind of architecture the house is. You can say something about the yard or the garden around the house. You can say something about the rooms in the house. You can say what the kitchen looks like. You can say how many bathrooms there will be. You can say if it has a garage or it doesn't have a garage, or and then you can talk about how big the garage should be. And then you can go through all of the details, and the more details that you write, the clearer your goal will be, and the easier it will be for you to be motivated by this goal, because you can really clearly see it. You know exactly what you need. It's a real thing. It's more realistic, right? The same thing, like you want to buy a car. What kind of car? How big should it be? What year? Do you know which make and model, the company that makes it, and the model of the car, the type of the car? So then you can find out how much it costs, and then you have a specific goal of a thing that you want, how much it costs. You know what you need to do. It's clearer what you need to do, right? So this is number one. The second thing that we can do is we can break it down. We can break the goal into small pieces, right? So coming back to the house, if we say, okay, this house will cost $100,000, for example, and I want to get this house in a certain period of time, right? I want to get it in the next year or 2 years or something like this. So now we have the number. The house costs $100,000, and we can break this down. We can divide that number by 12. Okay, so every month I need to make this much money. So now it gives me a goal. Okay, now I can focus on the small number, the month, instead of the big number for the year, right? And so with making money for your goals, this is a good way to do it. When we're talking about English, it's good to do the same thing. To say, for example, maybe you want to get a job in English and using English. Maybe you want to get a job in an international company. And so you know that if you apply for a job at many companies, you have a better chance of getting a job. So you can apply, you can say, okay, every week I'm going to apply to another company, right? Instead of saying I need to apply to 25 different companies, you can say I will apply to a company every week. So you can break it down to a smaller goal, so it's easier for you to do. In psychology, they call this chunking. Chunking. It means that you break it down into a smaller piece, and it's easier for you to understand. It's easier for you to do. So when we're trying to learn new information, it's hard to learn a lot of information at the same time, right? And so psychology tells us that we should break this big information into small pieces and try to learn the small pieces instead. It's easier for us to remember. The same with goals, that we should do this because it's easier to say, I was successful this week, and have a small weekly goal instead of having a goal for a year, because in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, maybe you feel like you're not successful when you're trying to go to this big yearly goal. But if you break it down into smaller goals, then you have small success, and this will motivate you to keep going, right? Another thing that's important is to see the things that are stopping you, like to make the list of the things that are stopping you, the barriers or the roadblocks, the things that are blocking you or stopping you. So learning English, something that's stopping you might be, it takes a lot of time, right? So maybe time is something that's holding you back. So you write down, I have this goal. I want to learn this many words, or I want to meet this many new people, or I want to travel to these new places, or I want to apply to these new jobs. But I have this problem of time. I can't find time. And then you can make it a special task to find the answer to this problem, to this thing that's stopping you. We have to say when we're going to achieve the goal. We have to have it connected to time. We talked about that before. Another thing that's important to do is to review your goal. So maybe once a month, or maybe once every 3 months, to go back and look at your goal and say, am I making progress? Is this the right goal still? Sometimes we set a goal at the beginning of the year, and then after 2 or 3 months, we look at this goal and we say, well, that's not what I want anymore. Or, well, maybe now there's a different way that I can do this. Right? So it's important to go back and look at the goals again, because it's more important to go in the right direction than to just do the actions, right? We want to make sure we're moving in the right direction. This is really important because you can motivate yourself by telling yourself what's important. Like, what's important to you? What's the bigger goal? A lot of books say, they call this your why. What is your why? What is the reason why you do this? All right. So what do you believe? What's the bigger goal? So for example, if we're talking about buying a house, well, why? What's the bigger reason? You don't just buy a house just to buy a house. Maybe you're buying a house because your family needs a place to live. Maybe you're buying a house because you need to invest your money in something that's kind of safe. Maybe you, right? Maybe there's another reason why you're buying a house. So if you're learning English, again, learning English is not the final goal. Why are you learning English? To get a better job, to communicate with some special people who you need to talk with, to move to a different country, to go to a special university, to, I mean, why are you learning English? So what's the bigger reason for that? And then it's also really important to celebrate when you do something good along the way. The small goals, that's why we want to have small goals that connect to the big goal. Because when we do the small goals, we need to celebrate and say, yes, I did it. So let's talk more about what your goals are. First of all, I want to ask you, what is your why? What is your why? So why do you have these goals, right? What is your why? Let's talk about top 3 goals that you have. So what are your top 3 goals right now? And what is your why for achieving those goals? So why do you want to achieve them? Right? And the verb to achieve means to do the goal successfully, to achieve something, to do it successfully. Okay. So those are our 2 questions. What are your top 3 goals right now? And what is your why for achieving those goals? Why do you want to do that? What's the bigger goal? Okay. So now we're going to go to our breakout rooms and talk about this in small groups. On your screen, you should see a button. Just click the button to join the room. Okay. So while everybody is joining the breakout rooms right now, I'm going to just talk to you, everybody who's watching on YouTube, and I'm going to remind you that you can join this amazing program where we have speaking practice every day. We have about 5 lessons every day right now, and we're adding more and more lessons. So if you want to join, you can go to our website, chrisamericos.com, or you can just click the link. There's a link under this video. There's a link in the chat. You can click the link and you can go over to chrisamericos.com/EE. That's the letter E 2 times. You can join our English Everyday program. It's really important to practice speaking. It's really important to practice speaking. That's why we've created this program. And, when we're live on YouTube, it's hard for you to practice because there's a lot of people. As you can see, like the people who are live on YouTube, we're only practicing speaking a little bit, but in the speaking lessons, there are less people. There's more time to speak with the teacher. There's more time to speak with other students, and we go around the room and we speak more. And another really cool thing that we've just created is the community. There's an English Everyday community, and this community is really gives people a lot more chances to practice speaking. So I'm going to just give you a little inside view, a little peek of what it looks like in this community, because the features of this community are just amazing. Okay, so I'm going to share that on the screen right now. So on the screen right now, you can see that the first thing that you see inside of the community is the live lessons. And there's a list of live lessons. Like right now, we have this lesson happening, but in just a few hours, there's another lesson, and then another lesson, and then another lesson. So inside here, you can join all of these live lessons. Another really cool thing about this community is when you go to this home section, there are challenges that you can complete. And so you can see that this challenge has 28 people who have joined it. And this is just a first challenge. And so there's more challenges that get posted in here, and you can complete all of the challenges. The next thing that you can do is you can go to meetups. So sometimes we have a special meetup, and even when you're not in a meetup, you can go here and click on this live room. And when you join the live room, you can speak with other people, other members of this community anytime that you want. So anybody who's online right now can just go and join the live room and practice speaking together. And that's really cool. Another really cool feature that we have is we have this group chat. And this is like a WhatsApp group. So if you've ever used WhatsApp and you like how that works, then you can come here and you can connect with other people. And, you know, people send messages here. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope to see you at the next lesson. Right? So I can send this in here, and everybody who is a member, everybody who's participating in the group chat, they can see that message. And then we also have a news feed. So here you can post just like you can on Facebook. And so you can see here, I said, hi, I'm Chris. People wrote me back and they said, hey, I'm excited to be your student. And so now I can reply back to him and say, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. And I can even add in photos or videos if I want, right? So thanks for joining. See you at the next lesson, right? So we can communicate like this. People are posting in here and saying hello to everybody. And so you can really connect with people around the world in this community. It's a great place, and you can find other members. You can send them a message too. So it's really a great place for everybody to connect. All right. So if you are just watching right now and you haven't joined the English Everyday program, then this is what you can expect when you join, and you'll have access to all of these different features, and you'll be able to connect with people around the world and practice speaking English every day. So I think that this is really, really a great program if you want to make your English better in some way. If you want to learn more English, if you just want to meet people around the world, you'll practice every day here. So I hope to see you at one of the lessons very soon. All right, I see we have some people here in the chat talking and saying, okay, they're so lucky that we have this this speaking club every Wednesday. Yes, it's great that we're able to share this with everybody here on YouTube. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the lesson with the students who are here with us. We're going to bring everyone back from the rooms, and we're going to see what they said. So I'm looking in the rooms and I see that the conversations are still going. So I'm not going to stop them, because really we want everyone there to be able to practice speaking. And so one of the best things about this program and about these lessons is that you can go to these small rooms and practice speaking a lot. There's only 4 or 5 people in these small rooms. And then the teacher jumps from one room to the next room to the next room and gives corrections to mistakes, helps people, motivate people to continue practicing speaking. If they stopped speaking, if they aren't sure what to say about the topic, the teacher helps there too. So, so for everybody who's watching on YouTube right now, why don't you write in the chat and tell me what is your goal? What are your top 3 goals? You should answer these questions that we asked everybody. You can write them in the chat. If you're not here on Zoom with us, if you're not in the English Everyday program, if you'd like to join this program, if you'd like to participate in our 24/7 live room where you can practice speaking anytime that you want, our 24/7 group chat, the 24/7 news feed, so you can connect with people from all over the world, people who are serious, right? When you go use language learning apps, sometimes they'll connect you with people and you can practice speaking with them. But what I found is that the people who you meet on those apps aren't very serious. They're not really motivated, because you need to practice speaking with the same person again and again and again, or the same groups of people. And you need to practice speaking about different topics. And when you just meet a random person or a new person every 5 minutes or every day, then usually you have the same conversation again and again. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm from the United States. I like pizza. What about you? And then you do that with 20 people and you don't really learn anything new, right? So that's the difference, is that when you go to those, those language apps, the ones where you can meet a person and you can speak with them, a lot of times you're speaking about the same thing again and again, and the people who you meet there just aren't serious, because when you join a program like this, you know that the people who are there with you are serious about improving their English. They're serious about getting results. And that's really why everybody's in this program. So if you've been trying to learn English and you've been using different apps and websites and teachers, and it's just not working for you, think about this. If you could practice speaking 5 times every day, or anytime that you want, anytime that you have time, right? Like maybe before bed you have time, or maybe on the way to work you have time, then you can just join all of these lessons and you can join the live room and practice speaking anytime that you want. If you had that, don't you think that you could achieve your goal, right? With this kind of resource, you have so much speaking practice, you're definitely going to improve your English. And that's what the people in this program have found too. So now let's bring everybody back from the breakout rooms. We're going to bring them back here into the main room and talk with them a little bit more and try to understand, what goals they're trying to achieve and what's their big reason, the reason why, the why for them trying to achieve these goals. Why do they have these goals? All right, Vlad is back. Hi, Vlad.
Hi, Chris.
Welcome back. And how was that? How was your room?
Oh, perfectly. With
Perfect.
the people that I already know.
Uh-huh. And
And I think about goals. The most important and the most difficult things is to discover what what we really want to achieve in life. To set our own goal and not that of parents or of siblings or other people. Setting goals that are not our goals, I think, leads to giving up its realization sooner or later.
that's so true. That's true.
And even if we achieve it, we will feel no satisfaction.
Okay.
It's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Thanks a lot. Yeah, a lot of times we have a goal that our parents wanted, or maybe that our wife or husband wants, or the goal that our boss at work wants, or maybe society, maybe people around us always tell us this is what you should want. But maybe that's not really what we want. That's really important, Vlad. Thanks.
Yeah.
So what about you? What is your big reason for your goals, or what did you share in the room?
How to say? I already realized a lot of goals that I wanted to reach. In the future, I want to take care of my health and to enjoy more life. Because a lot of things, for example, to be a very good veterinarian practitioner, to have my own business. Already, I already have reached, but I forgot to enjoy life. I lost a lot of things in the past, and I want to. This is my goal for the future, to recover that times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel like you lost some time and health trying to
Yeah.
achieve your goals, and now you want to get it back?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks,
That's
Vlad. Great. Let's go talk to Asdrubal. Asdrubal. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Well, good. Well, this is my first class with you. I really enjoy it, you know. As I was talking with the guys in the last group, my goals are related with improve my English skills. That's the reason is because I want to get a better job where I can't speak with English. I am an IT professional. My role is a business analyst, and my role I need to talk with people, with customers, with stakeholders, and I need to communicate clearly, and I need to understand them without problem in order to work with a technical group, you know, when I can't develop the requirement. I think my goal is set by the end of August, I think. So, you know, by the end of August or at the beginning of the September of this year. By this year. Okay. Another goal, currently I am studying another course it's called machine learning. I know if everyone has listened. So machine learning is a new kind of technical to understand a lot of data from internet or whatever repository. So I am studying in a course from Google, and I would like to use it by another job that I will do it. And my last goal is I want to get another certification in my area. I am studying to business process management certification by myself. I will, you know, take by the finish of the second term. So those are my goals that I set the last year, and with you, I will, you know, and I should too. I want to increase my English knowledge and my fluency that I need.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. Let's talk to Amal. Hello, Amal.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I really enjoyed your session.
So in the groups, we talked about the top 3 goals that we have right now and the reason why we want to achieve these goals. Maybe you can tell us about your goals.
Okay, first one, and I think it is the most important to me, To be fluent in English and good in speaking and writing, because I'm working as a journalist and I work for a big newspaper in my country. But I'm looking for to be an international journalist, maybe to CNN or Reuters. So I am trying now.
Wow, great. So English will help you in this career.
Yes, sure, sure. I
Mhm.
have to be fluent in English, and maybe this has stopped me for years, but I already achieved many goals in my career, and now I'm a good journalist. I can say that. I'm writing very well and achieve many goals in my career. So I need to improve my work and maybe will be an international journalist sooner.
Well, great. I'm sure because you sound very focused on this goal. I'm sure that you will achieve it.
I hope. And you, thank you for helping me.
All right, great. So Asdrubal and Amal, both of these things that we were just talking about are things that maybe I can help you with even more, because we have a program where we help with professional goals and especially things like this. So so on the screen right now, I'm sharing our community. And so you know, as part of our program, part of our English Everyday program, you have access to this English Everyday community. And so in the live lessons section, you can, of course, join the lessons like how you joined today. You can see that we have more lessons happening today. So you can always come here and find when the next lesson is happening. Every day there's many lessons. So you can see in the calendar, we have more and more lessons that we keep adding. But another thing that you can do in this community is you can go to home and you can find challenges. So you can go here and you can complete this first challenge that's listed here. Another thing that you can do is you can click on meetups and you can go to this live room. And in the live room, you can speak with other people who are in this community anytime that you want. Anytime. So you can just go there and you can see who's online, or you can open the room yourself and wait for someone else to join. And so, you know, the more people who are in here, the more chance you'll find a person who's online at the same time as you. Also, you can go to our group chat. This is like a WhatsApp group. And so if you've used WhatsApp, if you like WhatsApp, then this is very similar. You can go in here and you can communicate with other people who are in the community. We also have this news feed, which is it's like Facebook. You can write a post, you can add a video or a picture, you can ask questions, and you can talk to other people who are here in this community. And then the last thing that I want to show you that you can do is you can send and receive messages. So you can go up here and you can see your direct messages, or you can find people here. And for example, we click in here. So you can go in here and find somebody and send them a message. So Astrubal and Amal, it sounds like if you want to send me a message and tell me a little bit more about your goal and why you're learning English, then maybe I'll have some extra help, extra advice that I can give you. But you can also find other people in here, like here, right? So it was great. Let's see. It was great speaking with you today at our lesson. Okay, so now I've just sent Astrobal a message, and we can find other people who are here in this community. And if you're not part of this community right now, if you don't have it in your library, you can just contact our team at support@chrisamericos.com. englishspeakingenglish.com. But we recently opened this up to everybody who is part of the English Everyday program. So if you're part of the program, then you should be in there. Great. Let's go to Loli. Loli, tell us a little bit about your goals and the reason why you have these goals.
Okay. Hi, Grace. I think my mainly goal is to keep healthy. Yeah, and to do exercise, to have a good diet, to sleep well, and why is for me because I feel better, but for people that love me as well, I think they deserve this goal. Another goal is improve my English. And why? Because I travel abroad frequently, and I go to USA. My daughter and grandchildren live there in California, and I have to go. I have to talk with people, and for me, it's very important to speak English. And another is a special goal because I have a dollhouse. Making a dollhouse, yes, is my hobby. And yeah, making furniture for my dollhouse. And why? Because I like a lot dollhouses, and my granddaughter likes a lot my dollhouse. And this is my goals.
That's great. So it's very family focused.
Yeah, because of my age, I don't have a goal in my job. I was a teacher, but nowadays I'm retired.
Retired?
It's not my goal to improve my job, my work. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Let's talk to Lalatiana. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
Great. Great. I'm interested to hear about your goals.
Okay. My first goal is to improve my English speaking. That's why I'm here. I have to speak with my customers in other country.
Okay.
And I have to be fluent in English.
So what customers, what do you sell?
Handicraft. I'm
Handicrafts.
Yeah. Hat in raffia, bag in raffia, like this. And my second goal is to be travel in another country to meet in person my customers.
Okay. You want to meet them in person?
Because so far our contact is in WhatsApp now, and I want to meet them in person.
Have you ever met any of them in person?
No, not yet.
Okay.
In WhatsApp.
Great. And so so English will help you communicate with customers, and if you can communicate with your customers, then how will that help you? Have more sales? Grow your business?
Yeah. to be able to increase my number of employees.
Okay. Great. So you have a business goal for learning English.
Yeah, of course.
Great. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining this live call today with me. I hope to see everybody very soon in our community. I would like to invite everybody who is in the English Everyday program right now. I would like to invite you back over to the community. So if you don't know how to get to the community, you just log into the website by clicking up here. You log in, and then you can go to My Library. And then here in My Library, you'll see English Everyday Community. And you can click on that, and it will take you into the community. And inside of the community, if you click on Meetups, and then you click on Live Room, you can join a room where you can speak with other people. So, of course, you can join the lessons here, and lessons have a teacher and a topic. So the lessons are focused, and the lessons will really help build vocabulary about certain topics. But you can also just practice speaking with other people by going to the live room. So everybody who's here right now, who's watching, and if you're part of the English Everyday program already, then go to the community right now, click on Meetups, and right now I'm going to end this call, but I'm going to go to the live room. So let's go to the live room, and let's make sure that everybody knows how to use that. Let's connect some more and keep speaking in the live room. Okay, so I will see everybody in the live room. Everybody who's watching on YouTube right now, thank you so much. I hope it was useful, and I can't wait to see you next time. All right, I'll see everybody in the live room right now. Bye-bye.